Hey everybody, it's Deb. Welcome to my channel, Free Spirit Intention, and I hope everybody is doing really good today. It is March 11th, 2025, and what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the full, how do they say, the full blood worm moon on March 13th with the lunar eclipse. And let's get started, okay? So we won't be doing a zodiac, sun sign reading, or any specific reading, except we're going to be talking about this this full blood worm moon on the night of the 13th, early morning on the 14th of March, 2025. The eclipse will be visible in the Western Hemisphere. And I'll tell you what a lunar eclipse is about. It happens when the sun, earth, and moon all align so that the moon passes into the earth's shadow. The entire moon falls within darkest part of the earth's shadow. It will appear red because of any sunlight that has not been blocked by the earth's filter through the earth's atmosphere, like dust or clouds in our atmosphere. Like how they say it, it's like all the sunrises and all the sunsets are projected on the moon. That's not the case, but that's what they're saying. That's why the moon is all red, has a red glow to it with this eclipse. Oh, Lord. That's my phone. This is the same phenomenon that makes our sky appear blue. And the first day of spring is March 20th. Just throw that in there so you guys, if you have some kind of celebration for spring in North America. Now, this I found very interesting when I was writing down my notes. If there's a little bit of rain during this full moon in Virgo, you might be able to see a rare moonbow. It's like a rainbow, but it's created by the moon's light. It's what happens is the moon is really low. The full moon is fairly low in the sky. It will appear after sunset when the sky is dark, right after sunset. But it's from the moonlight. That's what's so cool, On the night of the eclipse, you'll be able to see Jupiter and Mars. So that's pretty cool. So at the beginning or in the middle of February, or when we were having the parade of planets at the end, of course, Mars and Jupiter was there, and you could see them, and that was pretty cool because Mars had the red. You could see it because it had like a reddish orange, like you could. That was the one that you could see. That was Mars because that was the only one that really had a lot of color compared to the other ones. Okay. So, on the night of the eclipse, which is the 13th, you'll be able to see Jupiter and Mars. In the U.S., lunar eclipse starts at 11:57. That's why they say it's March 13th instead of March 14th. But it runs, because it's 3 minutes before the a.m. Okay, so the lunar eclipse starts at 11:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, 3/13/2025, and it will be completed at 6 a.m. on the 14th, Eastern Standard Time, okay? Now I'm going to talk to you about some different aspects of what is making and what was all entailed over the full moon in Virgo, full blood worm moon in Virgo and the lunar eclipse, okay? So pay attention because there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of information on here, and I hope I wrote it down in my notes the way that it would be easily explained, but let's see how it goes, okay? The March lunar eclipse, full moon in Virgo, creates space. Let go of things that doesn't serve you any longer. The lunar eclipse releases the things holding you back, okay? While the moon illuminates what's in the shadows. Here we go, guys. Shadow work again. The eclipse brings opportunities to change in unexpected ways. The lunar eclipse illuminates the south node, full moon in Virgo, and the sun in the north node in Pisces. This is where I wanted you guys to really focus on what I'm saying because there's a lot of information, but it all blends in together, okay? Now, the lunar nodes are where the moon orbits intersects the sun's path. They reveal the soul's path of evolution. The south node shows what you're ready to release, and the north node guides you towards your highest potential, okay? So keep that in mind now. With the south node and the full moon in Virgo, it's telling you to let go of perfectionism, overthinking, and the need to control. It supports you in releasing old patterns, self-criticism, and the belief you must earn your worth, okay? So let me reiterate on that. With South Node and full moon in Virgo, it's telling you to let go of perfectionism, overthinking, and the need to control. It supports you to release old patterns, self-criticism, and the belief you must earn your worth. The North Node in Pisces says embrace flow, unconditional self-love, trust in the universe's plan. This lunar eclipse, it's like, how would you put this? It detaches from energies, emotions, and connections that no longer align with your purpose, your higher vision, okay? Open yourself up to the wisdom being shared and the universe's trust. It's, how would you say it? It's orchestrating everything for your evolution, for your buildup, for your growth, for you to expand. You have to have trust in the universe, in God, in anything that you pray to, that they have a plan for you, that they are showing you the way, okay? So, this lunar eclipse, we're detaching from energies, emotions, and connections that don't align with our higher purpose. Open yourself up to wisdom being shared in the universe. Have trust that it's orchestrating everything for your evolution, for your growth. And what services now might connect back to oh, yes, that's right. Okay, now, remember last fall when we had the Pisces lunar eclipse? What they're saying is what's surfacing now might connect back to the last fall's Pisces lunar eclipse and could continue through to the coming fall to have your transition. When you go through all this, it might take you all the way to next fall for you to really transition and be where you're supposed, where your self is beginning to grow and transform and give back to the world. You see what I'm saying? So it may take that long. That's a long time. We're talking, 6-8 months something. Yeah. So that's pretty wild. I heard when I was reading that, I said, oh my God, that's a long time. But last year was the real time of really going in deep and seeing exactly what you are about and trying to get rid of all the stuff that no longer resonates with you. Now, obviously, if that's back coming to pass, obviously we're going through another loop, going back to the fall when we resurface all this other stuff that we were supposed to get rid of before. Okay? All right. Now, might connect back into the last fall's Pisces lunar eclipse and could continue through to the coming fall to the transition. So the transition will finally form, okay? When we work with eclipse energy, the changes unfold with universal timing. There you go, divine timing. In this time frame, truth about yourself and others completely shifting your perspective. So you might be finding out things about yourself, about loved ones, about friends, about business partners, whatever. Learning something that just might change your whole perspective of what you're really about or what they're really about. Remembering every revelation, good or bad, comes as a gift of alignment in your highest good. You see what I'm saying? Even though it is something that we don't want to deal with or that we are hurt by dealing with it, it's like it's a part of our growth. We have to go through it in order for us to be able to evolve, okay? And isn't that what we're all about anyways? Our gifts and being able to give to the world and stuff, evolve to our highest potential. Yeah, so this with the full moon in Virgo and this eclipse coming together, wow, it is energy compacted and it's like it's explosion, you know what I mean? So as we continue, I mean, really think about it, guys. I mean, it is really pretty wild. Lunar eclipse brings water and earth energy with full moon and south node in grounding in Virgo and the sun in the north node in mystical Pisces. When earth meets water, this is sacred mud, cleanses and nourishes the spirit. You see what I'm saying? When earth meets water, it becomes mud, right? But this sacred mud, it's about cleansing, really deep down cleansing, okay? When full moon in Virgo and sun in Pisces, what is the meaning? Virgo creates structure and form, but when Pisces flows formless and boundiless, what the hell, I mean, they're the exact opposite. One is saying it creates structure and form, and the other one says it's formless and boundiless. It's going anywhere it wants. Virgo's earthly wisdom and Pisces dissolve boundaries and connects us universal it's like this. Pisces it connects us, the universal consciousness, okay? Virgo's earthly wisdom, it's earthly wisdom connecting with intuition together. I mean, that is wild. Again, it's teetering on like totally in different spectrums, but yet they've been thrown together with this eclipse and this full moon. Okay, so like I said, earthly wisdom of Virgo, Pisces dissolve boundaries and connects us to universal consciousness, being able to travel. This reveals shadows and light. With North Node in Pisces aligning with the sun, we are called to embrace trust, surrender, spiritual connection, showing our way forward, and we have to release control instead of We have to release the control so we can flow with divine timing. Let me reiterate on this. When North Node in Pisces aligning with the Sun, we are called to embrace trust, surrender, spiritual connection, and showing our way forward. And we have to release control and believe in divine timing. That the flow will be shown. We will be able to go forward when in divine timing. Okay. The North Node teaches us our greatest power comes from surrendering to something greater than ourselves. Whoa. During this full moon, your shadow side, offsets, involves in it. This sign involves in illumination. We will see the energies within us in our behavior. Our dark side, our shadow, will be illuminated. We will be able to see the darkness that we know as ourselves, and then we'll be able to see our behavior in the shadow side. It is going to illuminate. It's going to bring it to pass. And I'll tell you what, I've already seen it. I've already seen it for some my roommates. I've already seen something that I'm like, what? Why are you acting like that? You know, something that the behavior was so totally against that person's nature. I was so shocked, you know, that like, you know, you better back it up, bud. No, I can't. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I was shocked. Like, who do you think you're talking to? But you know, it's like, it's just so. Be aware that it might just like me. It totally took me off guard. But you know, hey, I came back real quick. But I'm just saying. So be aware the shadow that you see in yourself, that I was seeing it in somebody else, but I'm just saying the shadow, this is talking about the shadow that you see inside yourself and your behavior and how you act or deal with certain things. Well, it's all going to come outside. You're going to see it and you're going to be blown away about it. The South Node with the full moon in Virgo points to what needs to be released, okay? With this behavior that we are seeing, the shadow of it, okay? And they're telling you to, and this full moon in Virgo is telling you to release perfectionism, overanalyzation, and earning your worth. Examine where we become overcritical. Anxiety overrides intuition. Yes, anxiety that overrides intuition. That is a really big thing. That's a big thing for me because I'm a little bit passionate. We don't go high strung anymore. We say passionate. And sometimes I get overly anxious. And when I do that, the intuition is trying to keep calling me back. Come on, focus. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. But what I'm saying is here is this full moon in Virgo these are the things that it is telling you to be cautious with. Stop perfectionism, overanalyzing, earning your worth. You know, examine where we become overcritical, anxious, when it overrides your intuition. Yes. And where we've chosen control over trust. That is what this full blood worm moon in Virgo is trying to tell us, okay? Virgo amplifies fear of making mistakes and self-criticizing, making our souls play small. yeah, I mean, if we're dealing with this critical self-negative talk, all this critical stuff that I can't do this, or I can't do that, or why did I do that, or, that is putting us back to being small. We are not small. The full moon supports the highest vibrations of Virgo by releasing its shadow side. Let me repeat that because it makes a lot of sense. The full moon supports the highest vibration of Virgo by releasing its shadow side, by releasing the perfectionism, overanalyzing, anxiety. That's the negative. The negative is what the shadow is, okay? But a lot of times that negativity is the power that has within for you to step up to do what you need to do. So that's in another video. Okay. Virgo embodies the energy of the goddess, complete and perfect. That's where Virgo gets its perfectionism from, because the Virgo is, from the goddess, the feminine. The full moon reminds us, each of us carries unique gifts meant to be shared to the world. Your talents don't need external validation. Your gifts don't need to be validated by anybody else. The only validation it needs is from you yourself, to know that you do have these gifts and that you are special and that you are supposed to show the world, give it to the world, share it with the world. The lunar eclipse, full moon in Virgo, helps you to release, or helps us, I should say, release the fear and continue forward movement. Remember, wisdom can only be gained through experience. Can't have wisdom if you haven't gone through it. Unfortunately, we have to always go through it. The failures are the most life-changing teachings. You'll learn more from whatever you're doing, as if you fail at the start what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. You will learn more and figure out more how to do it the right way, as if you don't do it perfect at the beginning. If you have little bitty failures, I'm not saying, everything in your life's got to be a failure for you to experience something, but I'm just saying the most life-changing teachings are from failing. I don't like it as much as you guys don't like it, but think about it. It's pretty much true. It also emphasizes on your past mistakes, showing how it's holding you back. Detach so you can move forward. The highest expression, the service of sharing, is your gifts. And if you're giving it, or if you're giving your past all the energy of all that, it's holding you back on the moving forward to give your gifts, to show your gifts, to put your gifts out there, to help somebody else evolve into something that they need, that they want to evolve in. We're all here for a purpose, be it whatever the purpose, you, them, or whatever. Each one of us has a purpose. Some don't know their purpose, some do, some don't. The fact is we all have a purpose, why we're here on Earth. But I wanted to make something that I did here today. And I know all of us, we pray to God, or we pray to the universe or source or whatever, whoever you pray to. But I thought this was very interesting. If you pray for wisdom, if you pray to God for wisdom, you'll have to solve problems. In order to obtain wisdom, problems you'll have to solve. So you will be given problems to solve. If you ask the Lord for strength, you will struggle. If you ask the Lord for courage, you're going to face giants. If you ask the Lord for healing, you need to get help and do the hard work. If you ask the Lord for a breakthrough, it will feel like you are breaking apart. If you ask the Lord for more faith, you will have to overcome more fear. If you ask the Lord for open doors, then you will have to close all the wrong doors in your life. And I thought that was pretty interesting. The things that if you ask him, sure, he will give them to you, but you will have to show that you are worthy. You will have to, wisdom, you're not just out of the blue going to have wisdom. You're going to have to go through problems to be able to, so you experience it, so you become and have more wisdom. So I thought that was very, very interesting, and I just wanted you guys to know. That's why I wrote it down and made sure that I wanted you guys to know that. I thought that was pretty interesting myself. So I appreciate y'all's time. Peace be with y'all. Until the next time, guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.